Hey, Mike Dixon, PIAPTK, Michael Dixon Vinyl Art, a bunch of other shit. Anyway, so this is part 4 in my archives videos. I went through, dug out all the extra copies that I had sitting in the archives, put them up for sale February 2nd, 2025. So if you go and visit now, you're not within the first couple of days. There might be some missing, but at least you'll get to know a little bit about some of the releases that I released. Golden Boots, DBX and SPF. Incredible Golden Boots record. I love Golden Boots. They were the reason I moved to Tucson. Probably done 40, 50 records for them, at least, in their various projects over the years. This is the second pressing with silkscreen covers. There were also handmade covers of the first pressing, which the first pressing I actually cut the lacquer masters for, and it was early days, even for my lathe cutting. But it was the first and only lacquer master I ever did. I really had no business doing it. I didn't really know what I was doing. It came out okay, but not great. The second pressing is remastered by a professional. The first one was hella DIY. It's listenable. It sounds okay. And the covers are handmade by the band. There were a bunch of different ones that Ryan and Dimitri made. So this is the handmade version. The other one is the second pressing silkscreen version. This is a record that I didn't release, but Golden Boots, winner of our discotheque, also a fabulous record. It was released by Mudhouse, a label here in Tucson. I have some distro copies. Another Golden Boots, Labyrinth. This is another fantastic record from Golden Boots. It's actually they decided that they would, they've been around too long as Golden Boots, so maybe if they change their name, they'll trick the industry into caring about them. Obviously, it didn't work, but they still made a fantastic record. And these are in the Taiwanese style sleeves. The really cheap bootlegs that you can find that are like really, really bad quality, but have these like crazy sort of paper and plastic laminated. I was obsessed with them. I really love them. So I had to figure out how to do it. I did it for Labyrinth and I did it for Hold Your Fire by Floating Action, and I said, never again. This is way too much work. Fun thing about this one is there's a hidden track. There's a lot groove, but if you move it over a little bit, there's a bonus track on this record. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed it. Okay, so Soiled Gold. Soiled Gold was a label that was an offshoot of PIAPTK that I had with Dimitri from Golden Boots. And our model was like super specific and simple. Always in these like paste-on bootleg style covers. We would make 250 copies, 100 tapes. And there would be, I think, 30 or 50 copies on a splatter, and the rest would be on piss yellow. So this is Money Mark from the Beastie Boys. I think his claim to fame on this one is that he licensed every single song on this to TV shows, commercials, movies, whatever. But it's fantastic. It's just like funky instrumental stuff. Really, really good. Those sold out super fast. Here's another Soiled Gold, Floating Actions Research. This is the first LP that I did with Seth, and I've done, I think, 10 since. This one sold out really quick and is sort of a perennial favorite that everybody loves. It was the only one that did not come out on vinyl before, and people ask me about this all the time, and I thought I didn't have any, but turns out I had one extra copy in the archives. Okay, another Floating Action. Is It Exquisite? The fantastic record. All of Seth's records are great. This one came on black vinyl, and it came on colored vinyl. And I think it was a pre-order. If you pre-ordered it, you got this 7-inch silkscreen picture disc, lathe cut with a bonus track on it. And I don't remember what the bonus track is, but I think I have like one, maybe 2 copies of this. But then I've got some black and some colored without the 7-inch too. Okay. Oh, another Floating Action Ting. This one sold out really quick. I only made 200 copies of it. This was Seth's first record before he went as Floating Action. It was under Seth Kaufman, his name. It's really good. It comes with a air freshener too. Those people have been asking me about because I went so fast, but I dug a few out of the archives. Another Floating Action record, Old World Camels. This one I silk screened and sort of did some psychedelic, paint mixes. This one's got a heart on it. This one's got, I think my daughter did this one maybe. And then this one is just kind of a psychedelic swirl. And then silk screen both sides. Honestly, this was so much work. I would have saved tons of money just paying for 300 sleeves, but, DIY. Outsider Art. I mean, again, another incredible Floating Action record. And somewhat semi-related to Floating Action is this Michael Now record, Less Ready to Go. I was actually, the guy that produced this is my friend Nathan Sabatino, and I just happened to be driving from Tucson to LA. I called Nathan. I said, hey, stop by your place in Joshua Tree. He's like, yeah, sure, come over. I showed up, and there's Seth, Benny Yurko, Michael Now, Scott McMicken, all just hanging out recording, and that was what became this record. There was a very special version of this. I only made 300 copies of this one, or maybe it was 200. I don't know, I can't remember anymore. But this one has a bonus LP, and it's got this like side spine. But the bonus LP, Michael, in between songs, was just kind of like noodling and singing, and Nathan let it roll and ended up just kind of off the top of his head freestyling, or maybe some of them were pre-written, but it certainly wasn't pre-planned. But recorded an entire record's worth of stuff. It sounds like a lost East Village folk record. It's absolutely incredible. Michael Now is unbelievable. So got some copies of that. I only have one copy of the bonus of the like full thing, so if you want that, I'd get on it quick. Then I reused a lot of the covers to do Pit of Joy, which was kind of a weird noise record for Mike. It's definitely not like a folk record. So the hype sticker, he sent me 3 things. He's like, because he didn't want to say not a folk record, but he's like, use one of these 3. Noise instrumental recordings from a period of morning devotion, instrumentals made up of sounds found under the rocks, and instrumentals for the spare room. And I was like, let's just use them all. So we did. So that one sold out immediately, but I've got some copies of that were set back. This is a really great one too. Mila Webb, her father is Jimmy Webb, who wrote like Wichita Lineman, MacArthur Park, like tons of the Great American Songbook. She's also a fantastic songwriter. So she handmade the covers here, and I made these picture discs. But this record's really great. I was really thankful to work with her through Perpetual Doom. So, alright. Okay. Here's a blast from the past. This is a very, very early. This is a lathe cut that was made by Peter King. This is an instrumental southerly record, Champion of the Noisy Negativists. We only made 30 copies of this, I think, and I had one sitting around. Oh, wow, it's PIAPTK 52. I thought it was even earlier than that because I was still getting records from Peter King, I think. Here is Jim White, one of my favorite songwriters. Not the Jim White from the Dirty Three, but Jim White, the guy that was on David Byrne's label, just kind of a Southern gentleman folk singer. If you've seen Breaking Bad, you've heard a ton of his stuff because Vince Gilligan or Damon Lindelof or one of those guys was really into Jim. But this was one of 100 copies that was on waffles and syrup colored vinyl and came with a bonus 7-inch. That was the pre-order version. Here's another Soiled Gold. Beagles, which is Little Wings and Lee Baggett. And this one, it's called Dead Giveaway, and it is Grateful Dead covers. Fantastic. Mex Kelly Blues, Shake Sugaree, Box of Rain, Ship of Fools, Stella Blue, Eyes of the World. The Eyes of the World is pretty excellent. It's just Lee by himself. It's awesome. Oh, here's another Little Wings record, Ropes in Paradise. Little Wings Stab at a Country record. Really, really good. It's got some old stuff like mixed in there. A studio version of Mex Kelly Blues. It's like country covers for the most part. And then a couple of Little Wing songs put in there, like I Was High. This record's so good. It's been sold out forever. I got 2 copies of that. Okay, so here is another Little Wings record called Made It Rain. This was recorded in a yurt during a thunderstorm in Big Sur during a blackout. And Fletcher Tucker, it was in his yurt, and it's just a couple of people sort of, vibing and singing. It's got a total campfire vibe, but it's really good. Letter pressed on the back. All of them are handmade by Kyle, hand painted. There's all kinds of different ones. There's even I should keep this one, the Smurf one, but I'm not gonna. I got some other ones. Here's a Golden Boots side project called Haboob. It's instrumental jazz. It's got a couple. Basically, it was the lineup of the Golden Boots 6 or 7 years ago. Ryan, Dimitri, and Andrew Kohlberg's on it, and Jeff Grubik, aka Tiny Paws. So there's 2 versions of this. There's the red cover and the white cover. One of them was the first pressing, one was the second. I don't remember which was which. I think the white one was the second pressing. Sakara Mastabas. This is the drummer from Sebado and the keyboard player from the Fiery Furnaces. Really spazzed out freak jazz. Really strange. Really excellent. Highly recommend this one. If you're into Sun Ra and stuff like that, it's right up your alley. Gray Waves. So Gray Waves is a guy named Jesse Huey from Seattle, and I met him through Eric Judy from Modest Mouse. Eric was playing with him for a while, and he put us in touch. I really dig his stuff. It's very sort of like indie post grunge kind of stuff. Really rocking, really good. Some of the versions came with a handmade 7-inch called Scum, and it also comes with a zine that Jesse made. And last for this part, but not least, Laser Zeppelin. Laser Zeppelin was an incredibly weird band from Olympia. My friend Mark Lee Morrison, who now runs the podcast Low Profile with Mark Lee Morrison, which is awesome. This band was sort of like Daniel Johnston meets the Carter Family meets Syd Barrett. It was like way out there, way lo-fi, but really good. There were 2 versions of this. This was the half and half version. I think the pressing plant, I think maybe the Steelers were in the Super Bowl or something, and it was, half yellow, half black, but somehow they ended up orange. I don't know. But it's a special, so I was like, yeah, I'll do that. Each one comes with a unique photograph from Andrew, the drummer from Laser Zeppelin. This record's really good. It's really weird. It's really freaky. Keep showing you on the wrong side. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, that's part 1, or I guess part 4 of the archives. Part 1 of the pressed record archives. I'll be back with you in 4 minutes once I move this crate out of the way and move another one in. Thanks.